For the first time in 2025, might I welcome you to the all-electric Motorcycle World Championship. Welcome to Moto E in the 2025 World Championship. Qualifying was yesterday, which put Alessandro Zacconi on pole position, and all the action is gearing up. Let's head down to TNT as we get ready for the build-up to the race coverage. This is really going to be a special one. Let's get into all the pre-race action.
Back then to Le Mans. We're about to get underway with the first race of the season in the Moto E Championships. They go to 7 rounds on the calendar and have 14 races. The first one coming away in just a few moments' time. But unfortunately, the reigning champion, Hector Garzo, will not be taking part in this first race. He had an accident in P1 and now is no longer taking part and has to go and have some surgery. So hopefully we'll see him back in the next round. Okay, well, let's get to this first race of the season with Gav and Neil.
So it's Alessandro Zacconi on pole position with Eric Granado alongside. Then it's Oscar Gutierrez, Andrea Mantovani and Kevin Zanoni alongside Jordi Torres, Matteo Ferrari, Lorenzo Baltazzari alongside Maria Herrera alongside there down from the WCR Championship coming over. Matteo Cassidy alongside Nicola Spinelli, Alessio Finelio alongside Jacopo Hosaku, Luca Bernaldi as well alongside Varga, Oshu and Fusco at the back of the field. Maria Herrera on this championship leading, of course, from the amazing racing action she's doing in the WCR alongside Beatrix Naylor. But we're all set then. Reminder, there is no formation lap in Moto E. They have tyre warmers. They will leave the field. We'll get the green flag at the back and then the racing will begin. So there's all our action with the timing monitors. Hopefully it's all going to work okay. I can't see a reason why it wouldn't. They're all in roughly the same positions, but we'll adjust as we go. Let's check in now with our TNT team as well.
Oh, actually, they've lost 8 kilos, haven't they? They've been on a diet. Yeah. They've been on a diet over winter. They're 8 kilos lighter, but they still weigh a lot. Yeah. So when they go down in one of those crashes, there's a lot of momentum going straight on.
Yeah, it's still over 200 kilos for these motorcycles, but Ducati on the V21L have shaved another 8 kilograms off the overall weight. Remember, there is no warm-up sighting lap here. They'll go straight from now. They've got 30 seconds to our race start, so everyone removes those tyre warmers. It is an 8-lap Moto E race, the opening round of the championship. We have got some familiar faces, we've got some new faces as well. That was Lorenzo Baldassari, who's new to Moto E this year. We saw him this morning, didn't we? Coming in. Maria Herrera is back again on the number 6. Done really well, actually. Got through to Q2, qualified on the 3rd row of the grid.
Yeah, well, she is going to do well. She's dominating at the moment in the WCR Championship. Red flag at the front. Here we go then, folks. It's the opening round of the Moto E World Championship in 2025. The red flag is taken away from the front. The green flag is at the back. It will be all eyes to the lights. Round 1 of the Moto E World Championship is under starters' orders. Blast off! Good start from Oscar Gutierrez, immediately coming in from the outside line. He'll have the lead down towards turn number 1. Coming up on the inside as well comes Kevin Zanoni. Eric Granado comes into second position as we head into the chicane for the first time. A few little bumpy moments in the middle of the pack as well. Gutierrez leads but goes in way too deep. Will lose out Jackson down to La Chapelle for the first time. Granado in second, Zacconi in third. Mantovani makes over to 4th position and down already. Kevin Zanoni's dropped down into now 6th position despite being 3rd by the time we launched off the line. So down now towards Museum. Granada's looking on the inside of Gutierrez. There's nothing coming in there, unfortunately. Granada's rear tyre just beginning to slide, not getting enough traction as they pull up power once again down towards the Garage Vier, turn 7 and 8. It's Gutierrez. Then Granado, Zacconi, Mantovani, and up the inside, Matteo Ferrari making a move on Jordi Torres, making that one stick as well. And Cassidy dropping back. Granado then going on the attack, under pressure, down into the braking zone. It's turn 9. Someone's down to S Blues, and it's Granado! Eric Granado has crashed down! Oh, 2 down! This will be a red flag. Granado gets collected and sideswiped and flipped up in the air. That's a horrible accident. That was really horrible. Rafael Fusco's bike underneath Eric Granado and sideswiping him. I will have no doubt in my mind that this race needs to be red flagged now. That was horrific. I really hope Granada's okay. He goes down, and then Fusco's bike just goes underneath him, and Granado flips upside down. That was horrible. Racing continues at the moment, but we might avoid a red flag if Granado is able to get out of the gravel trap. That was nasty, though. That reminded me of Tito Rabat at Silverstone all those years ago. Currently running yellow flags, sectors 3 and 4. No sign of the red flags. If it will be a total restart to the race. Gutierrez leads. Zarcone is in 2nd position. Mantovani 3rd. Zanoni is in 4th. Baltzau is in 5th, and the red flag is out now. So the red flag is out. The race is stopped. So the opening round of the season is stopped on lap 2. And the correct decision to put out the red flag as well. So it'll be a total restart to this event as the team will now work and make the track safe again. And they will cover Granado and Maffeo Fusco from the gravel trap down at the S Blues. The red flag is out then due to the incident at turn 9. And, well, I can tell that Fusco is up and walking away, and Eric Granado is on a stretcher, being taken out as well by the doctors. So Fusco is walking away, and Eric Granado is on a stretcher, and I don't really want to see a replay of this before we know he's okay, thank you very much. That's a bit disrespectful there, and rightly so, they have cut away from it. I think in a week where we've already lost two motorcycle riders, I don't think it's the correct decision to then go and bring it in. Medical director's information is that all riders are conscious, and the cheers from the French fans that go round are immense. So all riders are conscious, which was the best news we could ever hope for. And I hope Eric Granado is not too badly injured, if at all. We'll wait on news of him, as he will have to go to the medical centre as well. So the red flag is out, all riders conscious is the latest news. The race will restart then with a total restart to the procedure, and we will go again when this race restarts. Let's cross over to team.
They'll have done the extra lap, then they'll have to form up. I wonder if they'll push the bikes out onto the grid.
Yeah, they'll probably do that. So I'm guessing they might make
5 laps?
Yeah, 5-lap race or something like that.
5 laps.
We've seen them before in Moto E.
Yeah.
Had a few times over the years.
So Alessandro Zaccone, who had made it up into 2nd place. Just feel for Eric Granado again. I hope it's not a season like last season when he came into the championship a little bit.
He had that horrible crash in Superbike, Superbikes at Catalonia, and that ruled him out for quite some time, didn't it?
It was on the Petronas bike, was that right? On the Honda? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It was on a Honda.
It was on a Honda, yeah.
Which one it was?
Anyway, we'll wish Granado and Fusco all the very best, as we hope that this race gets going again. That is another rider over from World Superbike, Luca Bernardi, who's a World Supersport rider in his first Moto E race, familiar to a lot of you, I'm sure. We're going to take a break from the action while we've got this red flag going on, and hopefully we'll have a little bit more information for you when we come back from the break.
Pit lane will open in 5 minutes' time. That's what we've just been told from race control. So the pit lane is going to open in 5 minutes' time, which I suppose is the best we could have hoped for in the circumstances. That was such a nasty, nasty accident. I do not ever like seeing things like that in a motorcycle race. It was beyond horrific, that one. That was certainly catching of the eye, and I'm just glad to hear that the charming Renato is okay, and the rider is conscious, which, after the week we've all had in motorcycle racing, is a blessing. So we will have the session restart shortly. It will be a new procedure, as I've just realised I've just done everything and then the system's gone and changed it all again. So that's probably why my data is now not looking too good. I was just fixing up the live timings before the start of the race, as they have differentiated once more to what we wanted them to be. And also, with it being in black and white at the moment, it's really hard to tell where's where on the systems. So I will adjust and go again. So red flag. Now, this will be a quick restart procedure. The pit lane will open for around about a minute, and then we will get going again. So just a fair warning as to how quick this racing action will restart. It will be go once again, the sighting lap, and then it will be effectively now a warm lap, and it should be around about a 5-lap race. Let's see, yeah, it'll be a 4-lap race. Wow, it's going to be an absolute sprint then to this championship starter. I apologise, of course. Hello to everybody watching us on JB Motorsports 2 and on the premiere of JB Motorsports. It's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, I'm afraid. Not exactly the best start to the season that we all wanted, nor really needed, but sometimes that's how we have to take motorcycle racing, with, sadly, a pinch of salt and a knowledge that it is and always will be dangerous. It's a quick start procedure, as you can see on your screen, so this will be a very fast lights out and go again, which I suppose makes a little bit more sense than having to wait around, really, for the procedures to start again. It's a tricky one to get right these days, as we will wait for the session to restart. We are now currently just getting you a better live timing service with the official messages system, because that wasn't available to us the last time we finished Moto E, of course. Now it is, and I'm delighted that we can bring that to you so that we can have official race control messages on our screen at the same times. So the pit lane will open at 12:25. That's already been confirmed from race control. Let's go back over to TNT Sports as well.
Welcome back to Le Mans, where we've had a red flag after a horrible looking crash in the Moto E opening round of the 2025 championship. Eric Granado crashed, and then getting to his feet, he was hit by the bike behind him of Raffaele Fusco, who crashed. He's been taken to the medical centre for a checkup, and we're told he is conscious. So we wish Eric Granado, the Brazilian, all the best, because it looked ugly. He was starting originally on the front row of the grid. There will be a gap as they have a quick start procedure. So that means we thought it might be a 5-lap race, but of course, because they've got to ride round to the grid, it will be a 4-lap race. Quick start. So Matteo Ferrari heads them out on the Ducati. And we go again for a proper shootout in 4 laps.
Yeah, 4 laps is a shootout, isn't it? Do you know if did they have a warm-up this morning? Were they out on track? I'm not too sure.
They were out earlier today, were they not?
I'm just trying to think if they were.
Today.
Only because I don't think
not
they
today.
were.
No,
When we came
right.
in, I didn't see them out.
No, they've had the rookies out. They've been out.
I won't say the old joke, the good old joke. I never heard them out on track earlier.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here all day. No, why I'm saying that is, so they've not had a. This is the reality of Moto E. So this is race day. You've not been out on track. You qualified last night. So you go from 0 to 100 straight away. It's so tricky on that first lap to know where the grip levels are. Obviously, it's the same for everyone, but it's a challenging championship.
7-round championship races here, and then there'll be one at Assen, Spielberg in Austria, the Hungarian Grand Prix, Barcelona, Misano, and in Portimao.
Lots of Italians in this championship.
Yeah, well, a lot of the teams, aren't they, based Italian Snipers, the Moto 3 team's got them, and there's a lot come from national championships that have come through.
It's great to see the technology improve. you're saying about the spec of the bike, they've worked a lot on it. They're not standing still with it, are they, Gav?
Yeah, so enhanced battery this year, higher energy cells, so that means they can reduce the weight by another 8 kilos this season. Ducati are really putting something into it.
Yeah.
They obviously see there's got to be some kind of future for it in building a machine. Otherwise, Ducati wouldn't be doing it. And everything they do is based around racing.
Yeah.
And I think Ducati think this is the answer.
Again, I'm not trying to be...
one of the solutions.
I'm not trying to be funny again. Yeah. You would think they'd work on the sound. You really would, wouldn't you? To try to make a better sound than the sort of the whistling kettle. I think that side of it's slightly disappointing. But the technology side, how they are improving.
It's
absolutely.
amazing.
And Michelin as well. I was at an event that Sylvain kindly took me to yesterday evening, where Michelin were giving us their sustainability goals. Tyres now basically 60% recycled. There's a lot of it in there, and for big companies, and a lot of the sponsors you see are all involved in that sort of thing, and that's why all the big corporations just need to be doing it for their shareholders.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you know, how much of it is an answer? I think in motorcycling, we're all quite aware that batteries for smaller motorcycles may basically yes, but then when you get higher up, you look at bio.
Yeah, I'm going to have to interrupt them because we are going to head to the green flag very quickly here for the restarted race. So, here we go then for 5 more laps. Correction down to 4. Here we go. Take 2 of the Moto E French Grand Prix is already underway before the lights even went out, and it's a great start from Oscar Gutierrez. Andrea Mantovani's coming up out of nowhere, and then coming up as well, Kevin Zanoni making another great start into the braking zone, in towards now at the Dunlop chicane. In we go carefully now, folks, at the inside. Zarcone making the move on Zanini, and while Baltazar, wow! Baldassarri making a fantastic move around the outside. Matteo Ferrari coming in from nowhere as well. Brilliant start then to the restarted race 2. Well, race 1, race 2 effectively comes through. Down we go then, once again, in towards Museum. It's Andrea Mantovani who's now into 2nd position. Oscar Gutierrez once again leading this race with Zarcone 3rd, Zanini in 4th, Baldassarri in 5th. Then Ferrari, Cassidy, Torres, Spinelli, Maria Herrera in 10th position as they come out of Garage Vier, and down we come once more. So a lot of action, a lot of intrigue as they turn in once more into the S Blues. It's a 4-lap race. Elganado taken to the medical centre, rider conscious. Raffaele Fusco was already up and walking, which is best views possible. Oh, a little twitch there from Cassidy, who's on the back of Ferrari as they come down towards Racudemont. Once more, just looking on the inside line, just trying to see if there's anything. Now on the outside, you're not going to get through there. Not in a month or some days. 3 to go then here of a 4-lap reduced race 1 here for Moto E. Over the line we come. Finelli is already up ahead of Husko as well. Jacopo is down into 12th position. And we're watching Mantovani closing in on Gutierrez. Then it's ahead of Zarcone and Zanoni as well. Kevin Zanini. Lorenzo Baldassarri as well, looking fantastic. Cassidy v Ferrari though down at La Chapelle. Is Cassidy going to have a look on the... Cassidy's on the inside. Yeah, he did the undercut. Now Ferrari, Jordi Torres trying to come through. The 3 men who were in the olden days of Moto E, you're already saying that as it's into its 7th season now. Yeah, they were right at the front. And Ferrari now passed by Cassidy, and then Torres coming in just behind. Gutierrez leading with Mantovani in 2nd. Mantovani won here last year. Race 2 coming up later on today, by the way. The World Feed taking you through that one. As we head down the backstretch in towards the S Blues chicane once more. And it's a nicer start then than what we were anticipating. They've all kept it together nicely, really. Oh no! Out goes Matteo Ferrari! Yellow flag in sectors 3 and 4 at turn 10. The S Blues at the exit this time. He barrel rolls 3 times And hopefully that doesn't have to be another red flag. He was up and moving away, but of course with Moto E bikes, if they get a red signal or that anything's damaged on the battery, you have to red flag the race again. It's very temperamental racing. Let's hope the marshals can recover very quickly. 2 to go here. Gutierrez 139.868. Mantovani in P2. Yep, Ferrari's walking away okay, and they should be able to pull that bike out. Let's take a look at it once more then. So it's at the exit, yeah, the front just dipped away, and he was lucky actually not to get hit by Jordi Torres, who was directly behind him. Oh, 9 out of 10 for barrel rolls there. Yellow flag's still out, so there'll be no overtaking for the S Blues. Don't forget the first ever Moto E race in Germany at the Sachsenring all those years ago was red flagged. Was it 2019? I think it was 2019, yeah. Yes, it was 2019 because I was commentating in here. So that was how long ago it was. 7th season, 6 years for Moto E. Gutierrez still leading this race. Mantovani directly behind him. The yellow flag has come in. So the racing can resume. You can hear the electric bikes just behind. Gutierrez going on the defensive here. Mantovani might find a way through on the inside. Down to Esplus. You can overtake here now. Overtaking is allowed. Zaccone and Zanini are battling out together. It'll be there's gravel on the racing line. Torres nearly goes down on it as well by running over. They'll have to take care with that section of the track then on the last lap. See, it doesn't take that long to do racing here. It should have been 7 laps, but the red flag came out and stopped proceedings. Race should have actually been over by now. Air temperature 21 degrees, ground temperature 31. It's hotting up here in France. We get towards 1 o'clock, it's 12:32. And this is the last lap of the opening race of the Moto E year. Gutierrez, Mantovani, Zaccone, Zanone, Cassidy, Baldassari, Torres, Maria Herrera's up into 8th place. Great job from Maria Herrera. She's also competing, as I said earlier on, in the WCR Championship, which you can watch on the JB Motorsports channel as well. Still, Mantovani, oh, yellow flag, sector 1, that must be at the chicane. That must be at Dunlop Bridge chicane. So, who's gone down? I think it's Tommaso Oshu as well, who has not got through the first sector. I think it's Tommaso who's gone down, who was running in 14th position. Yes, it is Tommaso. Has gone down. Mantovani closing in once more. Yeah, nothing going to happen, I think, at this stage of the race. But I tell you what, Mantovani's got a great exit. Down towards the S Blues. If he can just find a way through. Baldassari and Torres battling. Zaccone ahead of Zanini. Mantovani going to have to really try something. Yellow flags down in that first sector. We won't go through that again, though. So we're okay for the red flags not to come out. We've got green anyway. 2 corners left. That's at Macudamon. Is anything going to happen for Mantovani? Just to sneak through on the inside. He's going for it. Gutierrez shuts that door through the last corner. Oscar Gutierrez will win the shortened race 1 of Moto E in 2025. Andrea Mantovani in 2nd. Alessandro Zaccone in 3rd. Kevin Zanoni 4th. Matteo Cassidy in 5th. Then we get Lorenzo Baldassari 6th. Jordi Torres 7th. Maria Herrera in 8th. Nicholas Spinelli 9th. Alessio Finello in 10th. That was a great race. A nice little 4-lap blast in Moto E. And a handshake between Gutierrez and Mantovani. Well, good race there. That was a lot more enjoyable than I thought it would be. Great that Eric Granada's okay. It would have been different if we got the whole race. So all 8, if we got all 8 laps, it would have been different. But the race being reduced kind of spoiled some of the action out there. That was okay, that was good. My mouse flies off the desk. Let's check in with TNT.
It's perfect English. Yeah, good all-round guy.
Andrea Mantovani then celebrates 2nd place, finished 9th in the championship last year, and his best result was a 5th. So to take a podium in the opening round, that is some effort. There has been a new rule put into the regulations, you see, about hair. Genuinely.
Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why. Are you going to grow yours out, Gav, and go the...
if I could, if I had enough left, I might. don't get the choice in that matter. And Alessandro Zacconi from pole position, really good in qualifying yesterday for the Italian. And he takes his first podium of the season. We had 5 of them last year, with that solitary win coming back in Assen. Thoughts, of course, while we're just on this call down that Eric Granado, let's hope he's okay.
Just so unlucky. So unlucky, he's crashed out. Just got to his feet and then got collected with another bike. So, yeah, you just hope he's not sustained horrible injuries. But we've seen those sorts of crashes in the past.
And it can go both ways.
It can go both ways. Fingers crossed.
Oscar Gutierrez takes the applause from this huge crowd. Feels great, won't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, huge crowd. They'll all be excited for later on. We will be racing in a couple of hours.
And their man is going to be on pole position.
What time's the race? Is it 3? It's about 3.
Local time, yeah.
Local time.
In the UK, it will be 2 p.m.
Yeah, 2 o'clock UK time.
All roll into Parc Fermé, and then they'll get straight into the charging stations to get themselves ready for later on this afternoon. Of course, a win for the MSI team. Forward up on the podium, which is great for them. And the Aruba team, that's good to see, isn't it? Obviously, Chaz Davis, we spoke to him, didn't we, back in Jerez? Not fancying another go at Moto-E? He said, no, thank you very much. And Aruba picked up Zacconi.
No, actually, fair play to Chaz. He agreed to do it.
Yeah,
to the team.
Aruba wanted to be involved.
He did really enjoy it, and but he stayed true to his word.
Absolutely.
And didn't want to let the team down.
No,
so.
of course he didn't, no.
As you would expect from a
Chaz.
gentleman like Chaz.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wasn't enjoying himself, was he, riding round? They are different. They take a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah.
I rode one quite a few years ago. I've got to say, I really enjoyed it. It was, it sounds bad, better than I was expecting. You feel connected to the bike, you can feel the tyres. There's your man, Mantovani, doing a dance.
Simone Corsi in his corner, you can see at the Parc Fermé.
Tell us about the new rule about hair. What's the story?
Basically, you've got to make sure it's tied up and out of the way. Yeah.
You're like, did we really need a rule for that? Oh, I'll tell you what I was going to do. I was going to put it in front of my eyes. It's just like a funny one. Like, think about it. We've been commentating and been involved in racing for quite some time. Have you ever seen anyone where it is completely in front of their eyes? I've never. I don't think we needed a rule for it.
Right. No such worries for Oscar Gutierrez. Let's hear what he has to say after winning the opening round of Moto-E.
Yeah, Oscar, what a way to start the season. P1 here in Le Mans from the front row. Just talk to us how you're feeling. A great start to the year.
Sincerely, I can't believe it. I'm here because, you know, I told my team Le Mans was a difficult racetrack for me. But, you know, since Friday, I wasn't feeling so good, but we worked really hard with my team. I knew that we should be strong, especially my man, because yesterday also I had terrible crash. I had a lot of pain on my hand. I didn't know if I could race, so the doctors checked and then they let me. So yeah, really happy. Thanks to my team because. You know, they are doing a great job. It's my second year with them, and yeah, focus on race 2, and we will try to be here.
Great job and good luck for later on.
Thank you.
Full credit to Oscar riding with that damaged hand.
Yeah, mentioned that. I told you his English was good.
Yeah, speaks well, doesn't he? This was the start again. Both times he got away well. On the left-hand side of your screen, pulled across.
Yeah, he put the line. Yeah, to get on the racing line.
There were some others though who were a bit more suspect.
Yeah, a bit more weavy. Let's say a little bit more dangerous.
But both starts got away well, and that's a crucial part. It's not easy to get past on these bikes.
Look at his style though. Gutierrez fits so well on that bike. Really smooth, carries the corner speed. He's late on the brakes as well. Everything you need to get the most out of one of these bikes. I bet they're more fun to ride as well, being 8 kilos. 8 kilos is a chunk.
Yeah,
if you reduce the weight by a couple of kilos, you really feel it on a bike, but 8 kilos. I think it's about time Emlov had a team in.
I'm disappointed he hasn't. He hasn't got enough going on, has he? I'm pleased for the MSI team. He stood in, of course, in Moto 2 for Sergio Garcia at the start of the season.
I want to hear from Mantovani.
Oh, we'll go and have a speak to him later on. Yeah. He's got another race to prepare for this afternoon. Solid for Baldassari in 6th place.
Yeah, it's a solid first race.
So not easy. He's done everything now, hasn't he? He's done the whole range of championships.
He led the World Championship at one point, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, I think 3 out of the first 5 races he won.
Yeah, when was that?
A few years ago.
15 and 16.
Somewhere around there, yeah. In Moto 2, that was. Everyone was touting him about going up to Moto GP, and it never materialised. So the podium ceremony about to come. 2 Italians flanking a Spaniard.
It's a bit like Tony Arbolino. He's had that sort of career. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely, yeah. So Alessandro Zaccone steps up onto 3rd spot. Manto up on into 2nd place, and Oscar Gutierrez. A big hug with my pal Vivenda. We were chatting to him last night, me and Silva, and literally knew he didn't have much to say. Said the food was good though. Big thumbs up.
He is.
Right. I do like what Ducati do here. They get the people all involved in the Moto E project to hand out the trophies, and Alessandro Zaccone collects his first trophy of the season. 5th in the championship last year. Solid opener for him and for the Aruba Moto E team. Mantovani holds his trophy aloft. 2nd place. First podium in over a year for the Italian. It's Spain ruling the roost here at the French Grand Prix in Moto E. 4th victory of his Moto E career. And he takes the lead, early lead in the World Championship. They do it all again in Moto E. Later on this afternoon, we will have coverage at 3 p.m. All of it on TNT Sports 2. That's UK time. Congratulations to Oscar Gutierrez. He wins the opening round of the Moto E World Championship in 2025.
It's champagne time, and what a way to do it. Well, my thanks to everyone for watching. It's certainly been a more successful Moto E coverage with so many people watching. Thanks for that. We'll be back later for the Tissot Sprint. Next up on JB Motorsports, we've got the British Touring Car Championship, and it's the Total Energies 6 hours of Spa-Francorchamps coming your way in 45 minutes' time. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.